them. Next up, we have Avantika from OnFinance. Big cheers, everyone! Louder!
Okay. Hi everybody, I'm Avantika, Chief of Staff at OnFinance AI, and today I'm here to talk about our solution for regulatory compliance. A bit about us as a company. We're a team of around 10 people working towards this, and we serve some of the largest institutions in the BFSI space like NSC, HDFC, ICICI Bank, amongst others. And we're alumni of BITS, HSBC, and Nutanix, amongst others as well. So, okay, imagine this. SBI releases a circular, and in the ideal workflow, what would happen is the compliance team would break it down and assign tasks to departments, and everyone would wrap up their work. But in reality, these departments keep going back and forth saying, "This ain't my job," until the due date comes and everyone panics. Rinse and repeat this about 100 times a year. That's your existing workflow. So what we're coming in and doing is, as soon as there's a new circular, our product pulls it, interprets it, and goes through all the clauses and gives you the actionables that you would need and notifies all the relevant departments as well. All of this verified data and documentation they generate goes back into the DB to act as the historical context. We save compliance teams about 100 hours per circular, and we're currently working with some of the largest names in the BFSI space like HDFC, SBI, and BSE. And we also have an under 60 seconds latency between the regulator's website and our database. We also offer add-on products like a V2T pipeline to monitor deal room conversations and an end-to-end credit underwriting pipeline as well. And of course, we know BFSI institutions, they deal with a lot of confidential information, so we of course offer on-prem and on-private cloud deployments as well. So one thing I would like to highlight is we're not a CRM. We're pretty much a compliance AI agent, and we deal with all of this information end to end. And we can get into the demo here. Just give us a second. Yeah, so your landing page is pretty much a dashboard that gives you a one-shot view at everything that's important, like your circular status and your pending circulars. And if you want, you can choose to upload your own circulars into the system as well. And when you do, it's broken down into actionables and department names that you can edit as per your need. And then these can then be exported into Excels, because we know business teams thrive on Excels. And then you can pretty much click on any actionable and it'll take you to the manner of compliance that you would need to follow and any other relevant mechanism that you would need here. And as you can see, we export all of these Excels here. And all the actionables are also tagged to all the relevant clauses and the regulations. And one of our major USPs here is our version library, where you can see if any additions or amendments have been made. And you can pretty much go back in time and see what day the change came in, what the source is for that change. And you can again export any sort of actionable with any relevant tagging and your current status as well. And we also give us the library. So yeah, you can see here any changes, you can look at it based on the date, and this is the source for you. And you can also export all of these. And we also give you a natural language search, which will turn up with all the relevant circulars, actionables, clauses, and any hits from this entire library as well. So yeah, as you can see here, you can go back in time, look at any of the amendments that have been made, and this is the entire version library we have. Anything that's been removed is also recorded as well, so you can keep all of your information in a concise manner in your version library. And then if we just move on to the actionables here, we can again export all of these, and it really helps you give a one-shot view at where your team's lagging behind, or if they're compliant, if they're not compliant. Get a very large Excel that you can look into, and of course business teams love doing this. So yeah, that's our export feature. Here you can export any sort of information that you would like actionables, manner of compliance, any sort of relevant information that you would need. And then, of course, we have a search feature here, where you can export any sort of hits that you can get. And say I've looked for bank account validation, it gives you all of the regulations that come up, all the clauses that come up, all the actionables that come up, and it gives you top hits from your library as well. And if we just go back, these are our hits, we can export these as well. And it creates a one-shot miss for you if that is required as well, because miss takes a lot of time to create. So we automate the entire process of compliance end to end here. And if we just go back to our dashboard, it's sort of like a Jira system for you, if I put it simply. You can track how your department is doing, how other departments are doing. You can track your tasks, who's lagging behind, and everything that needs to be done in a one-shot view here.